Hello folks, welcome to Netcruzer Cars. Today is going to be the first day I do some modifications to my Mark 7.5 Golf R. First thing being, I put my logo on it. That's a prototype label. It's a vinyl, it's automotive grade vinyl, so I'm looking at making some of these. First mod. It's going to be tricky with all the letters. There it is. Sweet. But the next thing we're going to do is all electronic mods. I'm going to finally do my OBDeleven, some of the baseline tweaks, because it's really bugging me some of the stock features of this car, such as not being able to use the remote while the vehicle's running, and a bunch of other comfort items. So thankfully, the car's kind of warm because we just came back from town, so I thought this would be a good opportunity to finally do some tweaks, because every time I drive this car I get thinking, boy, I really wish it worked the way my old one did, so I got to make some of those baseline changes. The biggest one being, if I just take this car for a quick run to the to get the mail or go to the bank or something, and the car is not warm yet, I like to leave it running, especially when it's such a short trip. The car has no chance to warm up or charge the battery or anything, so I just wanted to have it so that I can lock the car while it's running. That is one of the potential problems with these proximity style keys, is that once the car is running, you no longer need the key anymore. Someone could just hop in the car and drive off, and as long as they never shut the car off, it will continue to work for them. It'll ding at them and tell them no key in range, but it won't actually disable the car. Now, to make these modifications to my car, I'm going to be using the OBDeleven device and their app. And I've made videos about that in the past, quite popular actually. My second most watched video is all about OBDeleven. In the 2018 and newer Volkswagens, the VCDS cable that I had was a hex can, and it cannot read some of the new components that are in these newer Mark 7.5 vehicles. So this one can. I'm going to be using this and my Android phone, and I'll show you what tweaks I make. So I've plugged in the device. I'm just going to hit the ignition to turn it on once, and we'll have to mute the radio, and I'm just going to turn off the climate control system, and now I'm going to connect to the car. And we have a device update required, so I'm going to update the device. This will be a firmware update for the OBDeleven. Okay, the device fully updated successfully, and since it is a new vehicle, it wants me to select the model. It did not pick it up exactly, but it is a Golf 2017 Plus, and it is a Golf R, and body type is a 5-door hatchback, and it should load in the proper picture here in a second. There we go, Mark 7.5 Golf R. We got a graphic of a lapis blue Golf R, and I'm going to go in and actually start modifying some things. So I'm going to take the easy route right now because I have 210 credits, and I'm going to use some of them just so I don't have to do the long coding myself. So I'm going to use some of the apps, and I'm curious on what apps are available for the Mark 7.5. Now, I can do all of this manually myself if you buy the OBDeleven Pro code, which I have, so I could do all of these modifications manually, but I'm going to actually use some of the automated options. So lane assist vibration, lane assist warning, automatic coming home, overtaking, what is that? Overtaking right prevention, pedal response, ambient colors. Ooh, 10 credits for ambient colors. That will allow me to change the ambient colors in the car. 10 colors or 30 colors. This will only be changed in virtual cockpit. If I modify this, I'll be able to change some of the colors. And it says it has committed. Settings. In vehicle settings, there is now an option for ambient lighting, and before that was just brightness. I've actually just changed it to 30 colors because in 10 I didn't have the stock blue that I had before, so now I've got a bright range of color, which you can see here. I can choose any accent color in a range of 30. One that I definitely want, which is the heated seat memory. I really wish this was enabled by default. We are going to turn this on. Heated seat memory, I definitely want that. High beam memory, I don't need high beam memory. Lock, acoustic confirmation is actually when you do lock. I prefer it to never honk. Yeah, we will change this to off and confirm that because I hate the honk. Okay, Scandinavian Drls. This one might be interesting. Let me look into that a little bit more. So Scandinavian daytime running lights means that the taillight DRLs are active when your daytime running lights are on. So I am actually going to enable this because I do like that. Rear taillights on this car are very nice, so I am going to turn that on. High intensity brake light. This is likely not for North American lighting. Hazards flash with hard braking. No, we'll leave that one off. DRL setting and head unit. So we will, yes, turn that on. Still haven't come across the key thing I want yet, but we'll do all these other little things. Mirror link in motion, video in motion, brake pad, inspection service. Auto lock, what is that? Automatically lock when the key is outside the car and the door are closed. No, that seems sketchy. Sound actor, lap timer, gauge test needle, oil temperature, I have that, oil service, DRL's off with handbrake, no. Coming home, window, here we go, window function from remote, yes please. I do want this, and head unit car setup, open and close, convenience opening all windows. So we'll say yes on. Okay, this is the one that I want the most, central locking with ignition. This is what I feel is a safety item where you really do want this. Activate control, central locking with key when the ignition's on or engine is running. That is off by default, which I think is crazy. Yes, I want to be able to use my key when the engine's running. Definitely. I really wish that was by default. So that is now done. And now I should be able to lock and unlock the car even while the engine's running. So let me start the engine. Now previously, I would not be able to lock or unlock anything, and now it works. Excellent. Windows function from remote control. We're going to turn this to on and see if it takes. Success. Now I should be able to open and close the windows from the remote control. Not yet. Let's just make sure that setting actually took. It keeps going. Oh, now it's on. Okay, in car setup, open and close. So car settings, open and close. Convenience opening is set to all windows. Okay, central locking, vehicle side. Okay, well, we'll see. I should be able to get that working in a minute. I like enable fan level display when on auto. So we're going to turn this to on. Currently, when you hit auto, you do not get a fan speed indication, which is kind of silly. I want to be able to know what the fans are doing, even when it's in automatic mode, so we're going to turn this on. Again, I'm doing this the easy way. I am using credits. They're 10 credits each. That is quite affordable if you do not want to have to go in and code this stuff manually. All right, the last two things I just adjusted is in the assistance systems. There is a vibration of wheel option, so I have turned that on. So now under lane keep assist, I have a vibration option and the warning level control. So currently it is on medium. Now I can adjust that. So I can have a wheel vibrate for lane assist. I'm probably going to turn that on and just see what that's like. And now that I have the ability to turn it off. So I think I've made all the baseline tweaks I want to do. I just need to confirm that I can get my remote windows working from key fob. All right, so I just had to turn off and turn back on the car. And now I can put up and down the windows by the remote. And it does them all by the remote control. Love that. Also, key now works while ignition is on, and I've changed how some of my lights work. I've added the ability to change the colors in the dashboard. I've added heated seat retention. I've added fan indicator on auto. I did change my lighting. So now when the front DRLs are lit, the rears should be on as well. And they are. Now when you're driving around during the daytime, that's what it will look like. Okay guys, so I think that's it. So that's my first round of modifications to my Golf R, all thanks to OBDeleven. I used 110 credits and I made all those minor little tweaks. Now I could have done all of those manually by going through the pro method, but I chose not to, and I just took the easy way out, and I must say that was very convenient. No computer necessary, just an Android device and this little dongle. Very much happy with the ability to now use this remote control to lock and unlock the car while it's running, the remote control windows, and all the other tweaks I've done. All right guys, so if you enjoyed this, hit that like button. If you're new around here, subscribe. If you want to talk to me, leave a comment down below. And as always, thanks for watching.